there was something I said not that long ago about how the Chargers, I think, are going to be really competitive this year, and the Chiefs need to worry about it. And one of the Twitter bot accounts took it and turned it into a graphic, and all the Chiefs fans lost their minds because how dare you question the Chiefs? How dare you question the team that as of Christmas Day looked and played like ass? And it's like, are they even going to make the play? Like, are they going to make the playoffs? Are they going to get past the first round of the playoffs? I mean, if it hadn't been 50 degrees below zero in Kansas City that Saturday night, they might have had their hands full against the Dolphins, frankly. And then they found something to go beat the Bills on the road, and then they go beat the Ravens on the road, underdogs in both games, and then win the Super Bowl as slight underdogs there. And everybody's acting like the Chiefs were wire-to-wire emperors of the NFL. The regular season was a grind. And now you've got the kick in the ass that the Chargers desperately needed. I mean, Chiefs fans, if you want to be arrogant about it and assume you're just going to go to another Super Bowl and win it, go ahead. But we know it's a fight every year. That's what makes what the Chiefs have done so much more impressive. It's not, we're just going to show up and kick the crap out of everybody. They got to fight and scratch and claw every year, and it's going to be more of a fight and a scratch and a claw this year against Jim Harbaugh once he starts getting those guys in the locker room to view the world and the game of football the way he does.
Yeah, no, I hear you there. I mean, listen, that to me is one of the impressive things about the Chiefs. They do scratch and claw. Even though they're kind of, hey, we're famous, hey, we're cool, all of that, they got a cool little element. It's going to have to go up another level like you're talking about. But, I mean, hey, they had a scratch and claw to kind of come out of the shadows of the Patriots and Tom Brady there and deal with that, right? Gosh, you can't beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl, the Derrick Henry in the AFC Championship game. The Bengals have your number. They scratch and claw and find a way to win that game. Scratch and claw and beat the Eagles. They got that in them. But, you're right about between Harbaugh and then year two of Sean Payton going to be extra motivated too. Damn. I mean, I want to say they can't go through some of the lulls they went through last year, or it could be danger, right? That's what you'd want to say, because you feel like between those two teams, those two coaches, Antonio Pierce, the Raiders, all of that, it feels like the AFC West has definitely gone up a notch this offseason, or is going to go up a notch into this regular season. So, they better be ready. That's for sure.
And, the Chiefs still have Patrick Mahomes, and they'll have him for another decade, and that's great, and that helps cure a lot of problems. But we've talked a lot about Rashee Rice, guy who had shown signs of becoming their number one receiver late last year. I would bet the under on him being on the field week one, whether it's because he's on paid leave, because these 8 felony charges are still pending, or he's pleaded guilty and been suspended for some number of games to start the year. I don't think he's going to be available. We got Travis Kelce, who turns 35 this year. 35 is old for a tight end.
Very.
That's old.
Yeah.
And he's making this pivot toward his post-career life, which is going to put him on a higher platform.
Right.
He's going to host a game show on Amazon. And, hey, man, make the money while you can. If money for nothing jobs come around, take them. And hosting a game show is the closest thing to money for nothing that a non-musician can make, because you just show up, you be yourself, and you get a check. And did you see the game that he's going to do? It's something like Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity or something like that, based on the old Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And they've ordered 20 episodes of it for Amazon. I don't know who's going to tune into Amazon to watch a game show, but why not? Let's see. But that's where part of his focus is going in that direction. He's going to be 35. How much longer will he be there for Patrick Mahomes? How much longer will he be playing at a high level for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? So, you've got the rest of the division making a move, and you look at the Chiefs and say, how long can they hold this together, and what are they going to reload with when Kelce's gone? They've been struggling for 2 years to reload with Tyreek Hill, but they've won 2 Super Bowls. So it's great, because it's not like it was in the 70s. At times I look at what's going on with the Chiefs and I say, well, this is exactly what Pete Rozelle hated and why he wanted an NFL with parity, where every team has a chance. And it's not the Steelers ruling the league every year. But it's still highly dramatic and uncertain.
Definitely.
Even when the Chiefs win it. So It makes it okay.
Yeah. I think that's the difference, right? You know, it's they're dominant, right? But it's like, gosh, I mean, we know the league, the rules, everything. They're trying to make it as fair and balanced as ever before, and it's different than some of those other teams that you're talking about, or maybe the Niners of the 80s or the Cowboys of the early 90s, where, you know, like you said, it almost seemed inevitable a lot of those years, right? You knew it. You were just like, wait, will the 93 Cowboys slip up somewhere? You know, will that happen? I don't know, right? I mean, it was kind of the same way, but you were like, well, they're going to be in the NFC Championship game, right? I think there was like an inevitability to that, where, you know, it is getting like that with the Chiefs, but they don't always give you that sense during the regular season. They certainly hit bumps in the road sometimes where you go, whoa, you know, that's not very good play. Wow, that's 3 weeks in a row where they've barely won or barely outplayed the team. We've seen stretches like that from them, and that's where I do think it makes it a little different, you know, and especially this year with the way they did it and going on the road and doing it in that fashion certainly was new to them.
You know, we flock to see Batman movies, and I talked a couple of weeks ago about how the latest Batman movie, The Batman, was awesome and spectacular.
It was.
You know Batman's not going to die, but you still go. You know he's going to prevail at the end, but you still go, and you love it for everything that happens and the peril that they create that you know he's going to survive. That's kind of what the Chiefs are.
Well, yeah.
We know how it's going to end.
It's a weird
but it's still a hell of a lot of fun to get there.
It is. It's weird. It is. It's hard to put your finger on it, right? Because they will do, as you say, play with their food, do dumb crap, right? You know, not line up on sides, stupid fumbles, turnovers at times. We've kind of seen all of that from them, but I think that's what makes them unique a little bit. They're not like, you know, the Patriot, like how you say, Stepford wives, where it's like, we do this, we do this, we do this, we do this every day, every day, every day, every day, no days off, blah, blah, blah. They're not like that. They're a little looser. They're a little like, we'll get it done. We're going to work hard and play and have fun when you go to their practices, and the energy's amazing, and they get after it, but they kind of just believe we'll get it done somehow, some way. And that's where it's a little different than what we've seen from the great dynasties in the history of the NFL.
And it's not entirely inevitable because we've seen them fail.
Yeah, that's where it's a little bit of both.
Bengals.
The Bucs.
We saw it against Tom Brady. We saw it against Tom Brady with New England twice. I mean, so, you know, this is a team that, even though they have three, they could/should have more, but they've lost just enough. So you don't quite know how each individual episode is going to end, but you know they're going to be back. They're not going to go away, and they're going to keep giving us reason to think there's a chance that Batman will save the day and emerge victorious. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.